Hey, greetings, ESL 106. We're back. We're talking here about skill 5, using the dictionary to find word meaning. And this is a familiar topic. We've been talking a lot about finding the words that are difficult, that are unfamiliar in a text, trying to guess their meaning, and maybe sometimes using the dictionary, having to look them up. So skill 5 really gives us some practice with using the dictionary and what to do if the dictionary gives us multiple definitions of a word that we're trying to understand. So let's just take a look at a few examples that I have for us, and we'll see if this helps as you read your next article. I'm on page 104. This is where they give you some practice with skill 5. Take a look at page 104, and here's a question I have for you. What kind of information do you look for when you're using the dictionary? When you reach for the dictionary, what kind of information are you looking for? What would you say? Here are some of the things that students have told me they use dictionaries for. Maybe to look up the meaning of a word. Maybe to look up the part of speech. Maybe you're looking for the stress, the syllables, the pronunciation of a word. I often use a dictionary for spelling and example sentences. You may not know this, but many dictionaries give you example sentences with the words and related words. This is more information you can find in most dictionaries. But what happens if you look up a word, you don't know the meaning, and they give you more than one definition? So let's just work with that for a minute. Here's a sentence with the word exacted. Would you choose A or B? Which definition matches this sentence? His years in prison exacted a heavy toll on his health. Would you choose A or B? So if you said A, then I agree with you. This is using exacted as a verb, right? His years in prison, that's the subject of this sentence. Exacted, that's the verb, a heavy toll on his health. And so you're right, I choose A. A gives me this idea of a verb, something to demand and obtain something. His years demanded a lot from him, from his health. And you can see that they gave us a good example sentence here to match to our sentence. Here, do it again. Here's another example. The public needs to recognize the challenges. Okay, are you going to choose A or B for recognize? Now I have two verbs. You're going to have to look at the difference in meaning. The public needs to recognize the challenges. So if you chose B, I agree with you. B says to accept that something is true. And that's exactly what they're talking about here, right? The public needs to recognize the challenges we face in terms of increasing costs in healthcare. They have to recognize that this is true. So that matches the meaning in B. Do another one, guys. How about this word oversight? Now you really have to, again, understand the meaning and look for the clues in this sentence. The government needs to provide, the government needs to provide more oversight of hospitals. Is that A or B? Both are nouns, but one of them matches the meaning of that sentence. If you chose A, I agree with you. It's talking about management of an operation, right? Hopefully you recognized, oh, this is talking about the oversight of hospitals. Yeah, that matches A well. Okay. So one more. Read this sentence. He has enough money to weather this period of unemployment. Are you going to choose A or B? Which one matches this definition of weather? So hopefully you were able to choose B. B is the verb, and you can see in this sentence he has enough money to weather. Ah, that's an infinitive, right? They're using it as a verb, not as a noun, what it's like outside, but as a verb, to weather. And here they give us, instead of a definition, an example. If you weather a difficult situation, you get through it. And that's what they're talking about here. He has to weather a period of unemployment. That matches well. Good work, guys. So here we're going to keep moving and look at some examples using these strategies that are talked about. Now I'm on page 105. In your book, it talks about these as good strategies for using the dictionary. You've got to notice the parts of speech that are coming up. You've got to look for differences in meaning. Look for the context clues in your example sentence. And then look at the dictionary clues. Look at the examples they give you in the dictionary. You're trying to find the meaning of a word that matches the example you have. So practice 1 and practice 2 on page 106, page 107. They give you some good examples where you have to choose the definition. Is it A or is it B? And I want to know what are the clues that are helping you. So as you do this, I want you to circle the answer and highlight the clues that are helping you. So go ahead and pause the video here. I'm going to go ahead and give you the answers that I got, and you want to pause here and do them yourself before you listen to my review of the answers. Let's take a look at number 1. And they already give you the idea that this is about a breakdown, right? The following pages offer a breakdown of the symptoms and treatment options. Okay, this gives me the idea that I'm talking about information, right? I'm not talking about a machine, but I'm talking about a lot of information. So I would choose A, and I would say really the key words that gave me the clue were the document and the following pages. I see that I'm talking about symptoms, treatment. Yeah, A fits. It's talking about information. By the way, here I would say it offers a breakdown of these symptoms instead of a breakdown. So this one I would use down as my stress, a breakdown of the information. Let's look at number 2. The hospital denied him treatment. It's a verb. And which one did you choose, A or B, for number 2? So I agree with you if you chose B. B shows me that it means the hospital refused to allow someone to do something. And that's what I find out here, right? The hospital denied him treatment. That word but tells me that something, a conflict is happening. Number 3, the president appealed directly to the voters. Did you choose A or B? I chose B. I see that appealed directly to the voters, a president asking for something from the voters. And that is to make a serious and formal request. You're right. Instead of to be interesting or appealing or attractive. Different. Let's take a look at number 4. Did you choose A or B for this verb dismissed? The committee quickly dismissed the plan. Which one fits? If you said A, I agree with you. So A says, decided something is not important, right? That's different from formally asking someone to leave, right? She dismissed the students after an hour. That's different. This one, dismissed the plan. That matches here with A. Number 6, what did you choose for the word condition? You have to look at the sentence. My uncle is in the hospital with a heart condition. Which one matches? So I chose B. Some students choose A, the state that something or someone is in, someone's condition. That's pretty neutral. B is really talking about our sentence here. The state that is bad, something's not working, right? A life-threatening condition, a heart condition. It's implying that something is wrong, not working. And now let's look at practice 2, guys. It's more of the same. They give you a sentence, and you have to choose an explanation for that word, one that matches the sentence they give you. Again, you have to choose A or B. So number 1, I hate it when doctors patronize their patients. Which one matches number 1? I chose A. A is talking about the idea of appearing to be friendly, but really thinking you're better than other people. Okay, that's what this is talking about, not talking about shopping in a store. Let's look at number 2. All the newspaper stories on the election seem slanted. Oh, what does slanted mean in this sentence? A or B? I chose B, talking about information that is favoring a particular group. It's leaning a certain way to the left or to the right. Different from literally a fence that's slanted, right? Or pointing at an angle. That's different. Number 3, using the word realization. So realization of all her hopes, A or B? I chose B. B matches well, talking about the realization of a goal or a plan. And we're going to finish up here. Number 4, it says we scrambled down the hill. Which one matches there? I chose A, talking about the actual walking with your hands to help you, right? Different from making scrambled eggs. And then the last one, number 5. The committee will discuss concerns. Which did you choose? And I chose A. When an issue or story concerns something, it tells something about it, something that involves it. All right, good work, guys, good work. Listen, I'm going to finish up this discussion just by pointing you to your assignments for this week, and that is you're going to Townsend Press to do some practice. You'll see that there's dictionary practice, there's vocabulary practice, and there's main ideas practice. So open up that link, get some practice, and you're going to be answering some questions when you look at the Skill 5 assignment, right? After you practice on the link, come back to Blackboard and answer some questions in the Skill 5 assignment. You'll want to take notes from Townsend Press, and you'll have to answer some questions with those notes in Blackboard.